So just under 2 minutes time till the Bank of Canada rate decision, expecting a unchanged decision. 1.75% is what we're expecting. Into the print dollar CAD trades 134.42. One minute.
And there we go. I knew it's gonna go up. This was just taking better positions. We will see. And there goes the spread.
Ten seconds.
Oh, nice one.
Unchanged. Bank of Canada sees increasing growth of household spending as effects of past policy changes to curb housing market fade. Improvement in financial conditions has a positive effect on spending here. Cuts the 2019 GDP growth forecast to 1.2% from 1.7%, cuts the annualized fourth quarter GDP forecast to 4% from 1.3%, and cuts the first Q GDP forecast to 3% from 8%, says the first half 2019 Canada growth expected to be slower than anticipated, sees growth picking up in the second half, says continue to evaluate the degree of monetary policy accommodation as new data arrives, says accommodative policy rate continues to be warranted, and that residential investment expected to expand modestly in 2020 and 2021. Main things: Bank of Canada cutting 2019 GDP growth forecast to 1.2% from 1.7%, cuts the annualized fourth quarter GDP forecast to 4% from 1.3%, and cuts the first Q GDP forecast to 3% from 8%. Says accommodative policy rate continues to be warranted. Other headlines leading with the Bank of Canada abandoning bias for higher interest rates.
Well, I'm still in the hedge. Okay, press conference in 11 minutes. Well, the VWAP didn't move very much.
Attention. I need your attention. We got some highly volatile news coming up right now.
Tom Newton Dunn here with The Sun saying the revolution has failed for now. Multiple sources tell me that they say the 1922 executive will refuse to approve any changes to the leadership rules when it meets at 4 p.m. by a comfortable majority, so made to stay, says Newton Dunn. Trump continues to stay active on Twitter, keeping an eye.
I saw diamonds and skies, and I did all for you, 'cause you wanted me to. In your eyes I saw diamonds and skies, and I did all for you, 'cause you wanted me to.
Fixed income news, Goldman Sachs survey saying insurers are to buy more high-yield debt. I saw diamonds and skies, and I did all for you, 'cause you wanted me to. In your eyes I saw diamonds and skies, and I did all for you, 'cause you wanted me to.
Alright, there's a press conference. 17 seconds.
So S&P out here seeing US real GDP growth of 2.2% in 2019. Just a heads up then, just under 10 minutes time till we get the release of the weekly DOE crude numbers. Just running through all the estimates for you. For crude, looking for a build of 1 million against last week's draw of 1.396 million, with the range between a draw of 3 million and a build of 4.885 million. Distillate wise, looking for a draw of 0.9 million against last week's draw of 0.362 million, with the range between a draw of 2.5 million and a draw of 0.044 million. Cushing, no estimates there, but last week round saw a draw of 1.543 million. And for gasoline, looking for a draw of 1.822 million against last week's draw of 1.174 million, with the range between a draw of 3 million and a build of 2 million. For the refinery utilisation, looking for reading up 0.8% against last week's rise of 0.2%, with a range between a fall of 0.4% and a rise of 1.6%. Ahead of the data, looking at yesterday's API readings, crude saw a 6.9 million build, distillates saw a 0.865 million draw, gasoline meanwhile built 2.2 million, with Cushing drawing 3.89 million. Tom Newton-Dunn saying it appears some of the public agitating for leadership rules changes in the last few days has quite badly backfired. It has turned some initially wavering 1922 executive members against. Just a heads up, just under 3 minutes time till these weekly DOE crude numbers. Quick recap on the estimates for crude, looking for a build off 1 million. Distillates look for a draw spot 9 million. Cushing no estimates. Last time round a draw of 1 spot 543 million. Gasoline looking for a draw of 1 spot 822 million. And refinery utilization seen up spot 8%. Tom Newton-Dunn saying Sir Graham Brady to announce the conclusion of the Executives Committee's deliberations to a full meeting of all Tory MPs at 5 p.m. local time. So that looks like the second Brexiteer coup against May that has failed in 4 months. One minute. Ten seconds. Crude builds 5.479 million. Distillate draws spot 662 million. Cushing comes in as a build of spot 463 million. Gasoline draws 2.129 million. Refinery utilization up 2.4%. To repeat, crude build 5.479 million. Distillates draw spot 662 million. Cushing draws builds spot 463 million. Gasoline draws 2.129 million. Refinery utilization up 2.4%.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it? No more news? Target.
Party is over.
Oh, broken voice, broken speakers, broken mic, broken everything. Fuck it.
Oil just drops.
Can't hear you really.
I said oil just dropping. But it didn't make the view up, so...
Okay.
Yeah, oil is going back up.